Now, I know you liked my recent video of exploring an abandoned barn of cars, hundreds of cars in England, so I thought I'd do it again. I'll go better. We're in America, and these are some abandoned cars. So we are in the mountains just above Las Vegas. That's just down yonder. We've come from LA, we're driving to Vegas, we came down this road and we saw some abandoned vehicles. So we've pulled over to have a look, and I'm going to give you a tour around this forgotten derelict yard of wagon wheels, and I just can't get my head around it. So we're starting off with this Dodge pickup here. We're looking at these with a fresh pair of eyes as like maybe a restoration project. They don't get rust over here because obviously there's no moisture in the air. And next door, a pink Caddy. Look, it's hitched up to a trailer. There's some keep out signs I'm trying to avoid, so I don't want to get too close to this one. But that is my favourite so far, the Caddy. I'm going to try and do my best to identify what we're looking at. So this Chrysler right here. The wheel has fallen off. Like, yes, they're rusty, there's no paint on them or anything. Look at this old ice fan. I mean, what's this from? The 1950s? And then a wreck of a vehicle here, again, with no paintwork. You can see the engine as that drops. That engine is not going to turn over again, you can tell. I don't know if it's been involved in a bit of a shunt, this. It's the Fleet line. Bits of trim is falling off. Oh, the smashed window. No door handles on this. That looks like mice have had fun with the interior. You can see the springs in the back of the seats here. A little gap through the glass there. Look at the tyre. The tyres, I think that's heat. Maybe the heat over the years of it being sat here has ruined the tyre. Someone's put some pumpkins in front of it. This is a Model A, some kind of container still linked up to this silo of sorts. You can see where maybe industry and work has happened through the years. You've got old Coke signs, like genuine Coke signs, and more stay out signs there that we're going to, again, avoid. Rather embarrassingly, I recognise this car. I can't read a badge, I can't look up anything because there's no data signal, no any signal here up in the hills. Someone will have to tell me in the comments what this one is. This is the scene. You've got the cliff tops, the hills in the background, Vegas is just down there, and there's the front end of a GMC attached to this corrugated iron barn. There's an International's radiator grille, more perished tyres cracking in the heat. What's this? Some kind of... Oh, it's an International again. And then I wanted to have a look at this because there's some parts inside that we can have a look at. It's a ranch wagon. So my trip to SEMA, which is taking place in Vegas down there, has all been sponsored by Car Vertical, and they are where you go to when you're buying a car, and you can find out all the car's history. So you know that yours hasn't been involved in an accident, and you know you're not buying a wreck, so rather appropriate for this spot. So you can use my discount code of AdamC to get 20% off your Car Vertical report when buying a car. Let me show you an example why it's so essential. So I've tried to keep it on brand with this Ford Mustang Shelby. It's a damaged vehicle as found on Car Vertical. Look at all this information. We've got mileage, there we go, that's shot up rather substantially, and then photographic evidence. Look at the poor Mustang. Airbags have gone off. That is the history that Car Vertical can uncover. So click the link down below to get your 20% off your report. But for now, we're going to look at this Ford Overdrive. It's got overdrive. That front wheel looks in pretty good nick, to be fair. I reckon that's been restored, and then not much restoring's gone here. You've got rev counter there. That unit's all completely gone. Again, the steering wheel rubber's gone as well. And then it's a bumper. Oh, it's definitely a front bumper. Oh dear. Oh my god, a trailer.
Someone's made a trailer out of a Willis Jeep.
That's
a Willis wagon.
Well, it's got a Willis. Well, I guess the front end had more engine on it. Amazing.
And someone's like, that's broken. And
that's
then you've
broken.
got Ford F1 truck.
Yeah.
The bigger they get, they become an F1, F2, F3. So it's an F3.
It's an F3. Yeah, that bus reminds me of like the Italian Job, the final scene, the cliffhanger. And it is quite close to a cliff. Look, they've put bricks there to stop it from rolling down. Is that an old fire engine? Water truck, yeah. Okay, not quite a fire engine, but yeah, the truck containing water. This isn't even that old, this one. I don't recognise. It's like a Pope-mobile up front, and then your standard American pickup out back. It's a camper van. That's a stand-up. Yeah, that's been abandoned as well. It's not even as old as some of the other ones. Oh, it's a Dodge water truck. Oh, an Edsel. This is one of my favourite. I love this design, this era of design. And oh dear, rear seats are gone. There's some door, well, the bits for the inside of the door. These, look, the springs aren't exposed. It hasn't quite, there's a bit of electric cables down there by where the indicators were, and it no longer has a windscreen on this Edsel. Sam has brought me here. He knew I'd love this. He saw the abandoned video and thought, this, with an Edsel Custom, this is more like it. Look, roll into the river, Laughlin, Nevada. 2018? That must have been, no, that's been screwed in since there. Someone's put that in because there's no way that this was running in 2018. Bit of damage on the front of it. This is a Ford school bus. It's a shorty. There's an even shorter one earlier. Apparently, they legally have to have a school bus available for every village. So in villages with only like 10 children, they made shorties to make it more efficient to take kids to school. And obviously, this one is no longer taking kids to school because the high securityness of it means that it can't. It's difficult to see inside. There you go. There's some of the seats all fallen over. There's more of these cars. Sorry about the wind. I think Sam said they went Nashes. They've all been posed with each other. This has been done on purpose. We've got the convertible with no interior. There's a floor mat that looks more modern than the car it should be in, and then a pink example. Oh look, someone's rubbed it out. Someone's been here before and found out. 25,942 miles. Well, considering how vast the desert is, that's a low mileage car. What about this one? What are we guessing? Similar amount? 17,000 miles, this one, 17,700. You've got the heater pulley, that's been replaced more recently than that one. 17,000 miles on this one. It's all similar, all on about 17 to 20,000 miles, these cars. In the meantime, there's more kind of standard length school buses. Love this one in blue. You've got the arrow turn signals, just in case you can't work out which part of the bus the light is coming from. The aerial's fallen off a bit, and cracked windscreen. Oh, look at that. That is a camper van. That is not a school bus. That was lived in by someone. And then in this one, I think this one was a school bus, but it's got no interior in it anymore. There's some foamy stuff. These are maybe Kaisers, military vehicles. So you've got the rear end here. This is where all the military army people would sit. Obviously, I'm just chatting about it because I don't really know about military stuff, but that's the seating area. That's the seating area. And that is another Perish tyre in the heat. Oh, the graffitied bus. Oh, let's go down to this one. Before the bus, another Model T or something. I'm not good at an old Ford. You can see, look, the fan's come off. It's rusted away. A little 4-cylinder there. And that's it. Seems the steering wheel, the leather that might have been around it, that's perished. That's completely gone, so it's just 4 prongs, no seats. Fuel tank underneath the seats is where it would have been. The roof has got wood, and then a bit of metal, and that's all broken as well. And then there would have been a bed on the back of this, more perished rubber. Love it. The green Chevy, so it's got an Oregon number plate. That's a beautiful colour. I love that. A dually rear axle, so it must have had proper weight on the back, like maybe it was a crane or some kind of industrial vehicle. This is the front. It would have had a big trailer on the back. That's a trailer coupling attachment. Double leaf spring suspension, and then the big flaps, the big mud guards in green. So yeah, this was pulling a trailer at some point back in the 50s and the 60s, and now it's just come here to die. There's the prop shaft. Okay. Yeah, that's missing. Get distracted. Look at more engines. Oh, it's a V8! Carburetor up top, and then a brown bottle that someone's discarded. Now, was this a school bus or just a standard bus? It's got bus doors, but oh no, is that a fridge? I think some kind of cupboard or fridge, and then there's not much of an echo in here. It's quite comfortable, actually. Almost is that a central driving position? Can I see from the front? I don't want to step there because I don't trust that wood. No, it's not central. It's just so wide it looks central. But yeah, the steering wheel is about here. It's almost central. And then another military vehicle round to a chassis. I can't identify this chassis. There's no longer an engine. You can see where the gearbox mounted to. And then literally the gear linkage selectors. 5-speed plus reverse. Right, graffiti bus. The interior doesn't look too bad comparatively. You've got there's a fridge there on top of the chest of drawers, little oven there. You've even got some kitchen roll that's remained. Maybe, I don't think it was yellow before, but it is now. Where is the door? Like, there's no door here. Is there a door here? No. Oh, it's a bit like, yeah, I've been in an Airstream camper. You get in through the side, even if you want to drive. So you get in through here, but they've obviously shut that. Oh, it's rear engined as well. What is that? Like a little, it's a six-cylinder unit in the rear. Another rural vehicle, workhorses. Oh, that's the thing. Let's move on to another bus. It's a golf buggy. An abandoned golf buggy. How have they got it there? They've beached it. I don't know if it was golf specifically, but what was this used for? I think maybe it was a golf buggy, three-wheeler, and they must have either dumped it, reversed it there, and then the back end of this bus, which looks like it's also being converted into a camper van. I think they do that here. Don't think there's any more vehicles here, just a couple of containers that we can't get inside. Don't know what could be inside there, but over the road, I mean, this is a road, there's no one on it, but over the road there's more, so we're going to head up and see what else there is. The cars that time forgot. Before the road there's a few more. Chevy 3100s. These are often retro modded and slammed. They often put Chevy 350s in the front of them, put like baby moon wheels on them, lower them and dress them up. But this is how a 3100 kind of looks. Although those wheels look brand new. So maybe this one was, I was going to say maybe this one was in service recently, but I don't think it was. I think maybe they put wheels on it just to maneuver it around because 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 8, which is fine. It's a little bit rusty, but as I said, there's no moisture here. The desert's over there. Well, to be fair, the desert's everywhere. Listen to this. Nothing. Oh, look, it's got graphics on it. Old Navy supply company, known around the world. Well, let me know in the comments. Are you familiar? Did you know of them? I think we've got more graphics on this one, and the door is ajar. So we've got Firestone over the top of it. Did have other graphics before, but the Firestone has been, look, it's been drilled in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 self-tappers into the metal, and then the door is opened, but it's been kept from swinging open by a bit of rope. That's been done by someone. Oh, I wonder how many miles it's done. What? Is that 953 or is it 9,000? Maybe it's gone over the clock because this International can't have that few miles on it. Smashed windscreen. Oh, it's been involved in an accident. There we go. Okay, 9,535 miles. I reckon maybe 109,000, because that's significant. Okay, these wheels have been retrofitted on. Look, you've only got 3 nuts holding these on. Yeah, that's more like it. I don't know really. You've got another Chevy here, and then this one, Old Town Bottling Company. Come around here is a generator for a fridge, a Coca-Cola in bottles fridge. That's what this was used to transport. Oh, listen to this. Yeah. That's amazing. An old Coca-Cola Chevy. That's one of my favourites so far. Is this some kind of livestock transporter or was it another camper van? It's got a wooden rear end but nothing inside. I reckon maybe this was an old horse box. Got shelving all the way up there. That's probably poo, so it probably was an old horse box. I wanted to get over the road, but I keep finding more vehicles on this side and signs saying, "Don't be here after dark." That looks as old as the building it's been on. Oh, but this, right by the roadside, that's a stunning bus. Look how long it is. Who even makes something like this? There's no badging on the front. It's the California number plate, so it's fairly local. And the windows are all in place. Oh, it's an RV. It's like a tour bus, like an old 70s band tour bus. Maybe Lynyrd Skynyrd was in this bus one point. I don't know. I could have just got that right from the go. I'm just guessing. What have we got? There's probably can be a bed there, and then toilet there, toilet door. This must have been like a working farm, and now the road down into the Nevada desert, you've just got these vehicles on show. Should we go over the road? Oh, we must go over the road. Let's cross over. Don't really need to look twice because there's no one here, and see what else we've got. Can we just appreciate some of the farming vehicles that are on display, and the fact that there's a V8 here. This is a Chevy V8. That's a Chevy small block. And here we enter the Volkswagen section. Oh, there's a bus pulling a bus trailer. Right, oh, I can see tyre icing. That looks like a Hudson Hornet. We'll come back to them. Oh my god, okay. We have a trio of beetles, including a Baja, like a dune bug beetle, that's been chopped. Oh my goodness. That was like that's had a lot done to it. That has lived a life. What is the engine? Has it still got it? No, it's still got the engine. All looks pretty good. Someone's pulled out the HT leads into the distributor and one of them's missing. Has someone stolen an HT leads? The distributor cap's loose, so I won't touch that. Then we've got some more standard looking Beetles next door to that with their flat tyres. I can't wait to look at that. Yeah, the seat's ruined after years of use. It's displaying 32,000 miles, could be 132. I love this. That looks so cosy inside. Look at the wheel, it's tiny. I want to look at this. The Chevy, it's like a 3100 style school bus, and is that a triple-decker bus? No, it's double-decker, so the first level is here, and then maybe there's steps up to this level? Oh, it's not got any interior, so you can't work. Maybe it's a school bus for giraffes. The only triple-decker school bus I know is in Harry Potter, of course. Got a 3800 Chevy here, so you've got the big straight six there on display. Bit sandy. He's got all his HTs in still. Good, good. Got the spare wheels in the back there. Again, no interior, no front interior. And then the bus towards the back. So, what's it say? Something mobile. Pimpmobile? Looks like that reads Pimpmobile. I can't really show. We can have a look inside the Pimpmobile, even if it doesn't say Pimpmobile. There's a boat. There's a... Okay, no, we'll look at that later. Okay, inside the Pimpmobile, we have a lot of space. Spacious Pimpmobile. Oh, look at this! Is a Pimpmobile. Look at the quilting. Look, they've got cushions for the ceiling. You can guess how this was. Look, you got a lot of purple. So I think it was a purple interior, blacked out windows, but this one's been removed. The Pimpmobile has a toilet for pimping and pumping. But I just can't believe that. That's a plane. So before we get around to the Navy plane, we've got this Ford that's been pretended to be hitched up to the Caravan, but it doesn't have a tow bar, so that was never happening. And then the Caravan is all destroyed inside. You can see some of the tiling of where the shower cubicle might have been. I think that could be an iron. Okay, here we go. This is the Navy plane here. Look at all that wiring. You can see up to where the cockpit is, into the sunshine, and then down through the body of the plane. This was a working plane, obviously, and now I don't know if it crash landed or it has crash landed somewhere and now has since been placed here. The whole top of the roof is smashed. I'm looking for bullet holes anywhere. Can't see any. Now, whilst you've got that over there, the rear wing is in place. The same can't be said for this. This must have been posed here. That's the rear fin of the plane, rear wing. The two wings there. So you had the propeller, what are they called? You know, the wing-mounted engines. That type of plane. I can't remember the name. I do know it. I just can't think. You know when you just have a mind fart. Look at that though. That for a scene. The mountains in the background. The crashed plane. Navy plane there. Let's go further up to the biggest vehicle. There's an armchair. There's an armchair up there and probably a bed, and then it's got a separate cab there for driving it. There's not much I can film because it's... Oh! What the hell is this? It's been put onto the chassis of, I can't work out, something else, but it's the body of some kind of... I don't even know. Is it a Chevy? It's a Lincoln Mercury Division vehicle, so don't know if it's a Lincoln, don't know if it's a Mercury, but it's on the chassis of something else to create a hot rod. So a Mercury monster truck is what we're looking at. An abandoned Mercury monster truck with, again, damaged tyres, dents down the door. You've got the pinstriping here, and then it's got some nails in it all the way down, so that would have been how to hold in. Oh no, these aren't pinstripes, that's just unpainted. That's where the trim would have been. So we would have had chrome trim all the way down here. This is the body colour, and that's just the primer. So you've got the primer, and they painted probably with the trim in place is what's happened to this. It's like a Mad Max car. You've got LED headlights there behind the rusty grille. And then chains on the front for towing out of things. This was probably used for some kind of expedition in the mountains, but with a cool body to do so. And I realise I haven't shown you... Oh my god, I realise I haven't shown you these in the tyre racing car, but I've just noticed something else about this. So we'll start at the front. So you've got these pair of T2 transporters, the bay windows. This one's been turned into a trailer like the, can't remember what it was that we saw earlier. So you've got the standard one, all very innocent. The interior is mostly missing. Oh, it was a bench seater, because obviously this was the camper/caravan. And for added headroom, they've grafted the top of a Volkswagen Beetle, even with, look, the top of the door handle. I don't think that opened. Somehow they've blended it in here, because obviously the door line here finishes. So obviously this is the door unit, and it would have come to the join, the hinge here, but they've blended it into the roof of the T2. And then inside, obviously, this is where you can stand up, you can sit down, you can lie down, you've got the bed in the back, you've got the sofa here, and then the dashboard is still here. And you can still see the mileage of what it used to be. So it had 81,000 miles on the Transporter before it was converted into a trailer. And then we have tyre writing on this Buick. A Buick 8 is this car with its big grille on the front. Let's have a look at the woolen interior. Oh, I love how all the buttons spell out Buick there on the radio. That's a nice touch. Defrost, lights, ventilation dials and pullers, heater, lights and ventilation there as well. And then the rear bench is all just springs. Is that a battery? That's a battery. That's an ancient, really narrow battery there in the back. Wowzers. And you've got more over here as well. The lighting keeps changing. It's actually quite a cloudy day for the desert. Another Buick here on display. You've got like cave art in the transmission tunnel there. What have you got? There's a scorpion, there's some man with an arrow. That little panel there, and then you've got the hubcaps in the back and a fan. Next door we've got another Ford bus, again one of the taller vehicles there. There's the pole to get in, so it's probably an elevated platform. And that chair looks like an auditioning point for something dirty. We've got a Chrysler, a green and cream Chrysler. I don't know if the green was the colour or if it's, I think it was green. And then all the interior is all very similar to each other, all very destroyed. And around the rear, one of the rear lights has fallen off, that's gone, and the rear screen has fallen in. And then another bus. They love a bus. Are they all school buses? This one's a red school bus. I'm saying red, I know it's pink now, but it would have been... Oh my goodness! Is this another sh**ing wagon? You've got luxury interior and purple tinted windows. I'm going to say that was, look at the staining there. Got a GMC next to it, looks particularly wide, this one. What would this have been used for? WL Goodrich, Lay, Iowa. Next door to another Chevy, and then a Dodge. Is this a postal van? It says Ben's Hotel on it. I don't know if that was a period correct thing. So I'm guessing it was a postal van. And here's the rear sliding door into the back. That's locked, so I can't see into it. And then they would obviously drive with the door open, and then around the back here, I don't think there's much more to see. We can have a look inside. I'm guessing that was postal, because there's nothing fancy going on. It was just stacks of parcels and information. What have we got here? Is this I don't know. Honest looking car, and now just left here to rot away. No steering column or anything here. We've got a Moon Valley Nurseries recovery vehicle. I don't know, it's got the biggest winch on the back of it there. Look at that system. Big rope winch system from Moon Valley Nurseries. And a lot of warnings on the dashboard. That's quite spooky. There's a shoe. Apparently a shoe hanging from like an electricity line in America means someone has died here. So hopefully that child shoe hanging from the roof doesn't mean that a child has reached his end there. There's a door handle there. That's more innocent. Caution, do not back this vehicle unless you are certain it is safe and clear, so you don't run over children. Again, another caution, do not back this without flagging rear vision is restricted. And then warning, shift PTO to neutral before driving. That's just by a double tandem bicycle in an area of junk that's been left, as well as cars. There's a Studebaker logo there on the wall, and then this little thing. No. The stars look like it's a Subaru, but I don't think this is going to be a Subaru. I don't know what it is. It's Noddy's car. It seems like there's no engine in the back, or it's been lifted up because the wheels have kind of cambered in. So maybe I think it's been lifted by whatever this is, and it would have had a full sunroof from the back around to the front. It has done 31,000 miles, and it's all very yellow. Some kind of working van here. The door is open, so we can have a peek inside. The rear doors are open too, so there's a bit of lighting. There you go, there's the inside. Doesn't really tell you anything. You've got a loft hatch there, bouncy seats, and the engine! So obviously it would have had some kind of cover around the engine here, but a lot of these vehicles with their flat fronts, obviously there's no room for an engine there, so the engine's actually pretty much inside. Sam's found something. Hello. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, straight 6. So another straight 6 there, but this time inside the cabin because obviously the cover is gone. Then further around, another Metro van. Again, the door is open. Oh, there's a man and a logo that I can't read. Metro. And in the back, we've got some buckets. Look at this though, another Beetle. I reckon that's not got an engine because again, the camber of the rear wheel suggests that the weight has changed. Oh no, it's got an engine. It's just maybe been lifted up and hasn't been driven since it was lifted. So I think it's been lifted and propped here. This has done 90,000 miles. Off-roading Beetle. Now this one is particularly special. Look, they've put some bad boy chrome wheels on it. Look back over the road. Bonnets on the roof of the building. So many bonnets there. Yes, so we've put some modern wheels on this one. It's a Chevy, and I don't know if this has lived a modern life because it's got 90s interior there, and modern stickers and panelling down there. Surrender the booty! We've got the last few up here. There's particularly interesting ones to look at. But first, by this lovely old tree, is another vehicle with a large bumper, is what I'm going to say. What have we got here? I can't read that, so I'm not too good at my American stuff. These are just pieces of artwork. Oh, was he at a rear end or was the boot just ajar? I think the boot's ajar. And then what is this? It's like a limousine. Heart of the Hills Camp, Canyon Express. So it's got 8 doors. Look, there's one there, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 on the other side. And then let's say 2, 4, 6, 8 people. Potentially more. That's big. It's pulling a trailer, or pretending to, because it's not got a tow bar. It's got blue wheels. Now these final ones are even more bizarre. These are camper van conversions. I reckon these have been done more modern than I reckon. You've got the front end of a Divco, and then the front end of something else. I don't know if it's Diveco or Divco. 2 front ends of 2 different vehicles, and then they've put the roof of like a shack on the top of it and made it look like it's taken over this bus. Is it open at all at the rear? Look, you've got like a decking, like a balcony. There's no ladder up there, so I think that top bit is just for show. And then the same for all of these, a military vehicle that's had a house grafted onto the back of it. Look, woodwork's been going on. I think someone is here, or has been recently, making these out of the abandoned vehicles. So they're sat here, and whilst they're here, rather than restoring them, they are making artwork out of them. Look inside. That is a working wood shop. And finally we have the golden tank leading up to another modern conversion on the Bluebird bus. Mega stuff. So there we have it. I told you I'd do some more abandoned vehicle finds. So this is on the way down to the Nevada desert towards Las Vegas. We're driving through the hills, through the desert, found this. We just had to come along. Little bonus video for you of some of the stuff that's on show here. It is just mega. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Make sure you hit that bell when you subscribe to be notified for the next few videos. There's going to be so much more, especially through the winter. I'm trying to bring you something different. I think my favourite was the lifted, was it a Buick or Lincoln? Let me know what your favourite of the video was. And there's links down below for 20% off your car vertical report, so you're not hit with a dog when you're buying a car. But for now, thanks for watching. Sam's told me there's a free drink in the Oh, snakes!
All summer's good.